Rumble Vi MF. I do like the Ahri pick a lot this game. So I feel like this is a draft that TT can win. They are going to get heavily outranged, and you will have to really push forward hard into Talia, MF, Rel, which...
Since Hoya got the first move, there was no chance that they were going to have the best numbers advantage for those grubs, just ensuring that they don't flip something unnecessarily and give an advantage over the TT, just taking the... I was curious to see if BLG were going to try to take advantage of that. Oh, okay, nice interrupt from Feather, at least being able to dodge the flip, but Elk, does he want to flash for another auto attack? Yes, he does! Gets first, kill of the game. But now Elk might be in trouble since he has no flash, and Satab has 2 more Spirit Rushes and an Orb of Deception to follow up. Equalize
in this game. You are here to nullify the matchup, not exactly, and like be Galio, not exactly to win it. As at the moment, Satab.
Good charm, but he's now going to deal with a 4-man dive. Cease and desist will deny any outplay potential.
Like your Grub abusers are a Poke, Varus, the tank Galio, and then an Ahri, who should be the one winning side lanes, and the side lane that I want to see Thundertalk really overload, support with the Xin, Galio, and Alistar moving forward. But if you are able to get the first 2 Drakes for giving up the first 6 Grubs, I gotta say, this is one of the rare games where I kind of agree with the Gambit from BLG. Usually I think 6 Grubs are too much to give up, but for this game, I don't think that's the case. I think BLG is actually getting the better of the map.
Yeah. So awesome. I need to
might have some action, though. I know, you know, first series, bring it up, applies action. Satab.
Oh. Good smite from Wei, secures it. Now it's just all about the exit strategy. On is able to crash down over the wall. Satab following up with the Spirit Rush. Good stun by On, and the flash from Beichuan forces On's flash as well. Elk might be compromised, but Satab is just a little too deep. Bullet time is gonna at least create some damage, but Wei still goes down thanks to the hero's entrance from Hoya. But now TT, they have to commit to getting out of
something inside or spell or not.
Sure.
You know, with the bonus spell CDR.
Okay. Well, they're going to jump onto On. They know that he doesn't have flash, and should be a kill there. Feather flashing forward to guarantee the stun. The Magnasword buys some time, and On is going to escape. Now the re-engage. Maybe they can find something here. Elk is trying to put as many auto attacks as he can while Wei is absorbing as much damage, and Bin is now teleported into the Flay. Equalizer is going to force 1XM to run, but Elk is flashing forward, and now he's got a Varus in his sights. Bullet time rips through Satab's health bar, and Bin should do enough with the Flame Spoiler to cook him on a spit. The rest of BLG punishing Thundertalk where they stand. Time to collapse in. Maybe look for something. Hoya has the first move. Hero's entrance at the ready. Weaver's Wall from Knight allows him to collapse. Feather forced to pop the ultimate for that damage reduction. Beichuan tries to step up. Buy some base here. Oh, Hoya with a decent flank right onto Knight, but the bullet time is going to ring true once again. And Wei secures the Rift Herald. Satab falls, and the rest of BLG have their way with the fight once again. Beichuan on the run. Tries to go into the 3 Talon Strike, but just not enough damage in the tank. BLG are running away with this one as now Hoya, the tank on the Galio, just no longer surrounded by the damage dealers of Thundertalk, as
no TT.
Actually might... I don't think he's actually getting away. Because there's a Vi there to cut off his escape route. And now the gold lead has extended, Matt. 6,000 advantage for BLG.
Feels like they can actually find a winning angle here, Rocco. And BLG just continue to run away with
that many towers yet, but this Rift Herald will be the markings of the 3rd taken. Could look for another charge, but I don't think...
Really no way to win in this game. And it has been good play off of BLG as that speed continues.
Oh man, cease and desist right on the bullet time, but 1XN is able to flash away from him, and Beichuan is threatening Elk. It pushes him away, down. But hang on, wait a minute, Wade does fall to Satab, but Beichuan trying to absorb all the attention right now, finally falls. On trying to continue the charge here. Feather on the wrong side of the wall, still has a flash available, finally uses it, gets out alive, but the rest of BLG still fighting. 4v4, Charm connects on. Hoya dashes in with the Justice Punch, and Feather trying to see if he can rejoin the fight here, but just can't get his way around the wall. It's just too much time. The Equalizer finds its moment to cook Satab once again. Feather falls in succession. BLG.
Yeah, you might have beaten us in split 1, not going to beat us in split 2. I think is what BLG is saying right now. And that fight, like, it kind of looked close, but the whole time Bin was sitting on Equalizer, was just waiting for... You know, the Alice.
Well, for BLG fans, at least they are content that their favorite team is living up to the mantle that they have earned for themselves throughout their victorious 2024 season in the LPL. being able to pick up. Still play it out to the very end. Otacon GAs were picked up here, so BLG can really play with abandon as Ben is finding a flank here, and here they go. They pull the trigger right onto 1xN. A flashless Varus is going to get stunned up here, but the equalizer, not enough damage to actually cook him, but Ben is going to force the issue by flashing on forward with the flame spitter. The bullet time rips through the cow, turns it into ground beef, and Hoya still on the run, but dies to the burn anyway. Satab trying to retreat, but will not find any ground. BLG, they don't drop a single man since it was Otacon GAs in their side. And even though the death timers are short, I think they have what it takes to finish here. But I think they're going to take it patient. Just going to go for the open inhibitor and continue to
drop games. There's a lot of variance in this league. A lot of good teams, too, at the top. But BLG were the team that always took care of, reclaimed the international dominance and one of the top teams in the world moniker that this team has owned. When they have
split one, a lot left on the table. But this time, for the rest of the season, they've got 8 weeks ahead of themselves. As TT are going to try to jump onto Ben. He's got no stasis to protect himself. Yeah. So it's a guaranteed 5-on-4 advantage for TT. Comes at the cost of an inhibitor tower on that top side of the map. BLG just making their retreat. Wave potentially threatening to look at Satab. He's already isolated. It's only Beichuan, but Hero's entrance will stall the fight a little bit. L can't really get in there to follow up, but the bullet time will, and that cone is deadly. Beichuan falls in the back as well, and suddenly, just like that, BLG have created the numbers advantage for themselves once again. It's just down to 1xN and Feather, but BLG should have the strength to push it in for the win.
No need to base with Ocean Soul. Ben has TP in 13. This is going to be, I mean, it's pretty rare with Baron spawning at 25 that you see pre-27, pre-28 wins, but of course, BLG going to make it happen in this game 1.
Nexus turret starting to fall here. Feather will try one last time to look for Elk, but a clean flash prediction will deny Feather any chance for a miracle comeback. And a teleport coming in from Ben. BLG standing on the doors of the footsteps of that base. Thundertalk, no chance. It's BLG all day, every day with a game 1.
Try and prevent that dive coming in from the Lilia and the Leona, but that's it. And I gotta say, I wasn't a giant fan of Renata. I actually would have really preferred the Seraphine this game.
Yeah.
Or something. We return to the standard lanes. I will say Elk was starved out a little bit there by Hoya. So a little bit of a CS lead onto the Ashe, a little bit less onto the Ambessa. And this game, I know last game we thought that giving over the 3 grubs was actually okay for BLG. Yone can abuse it this game, though, and we have a dive coming in as Hoya. Again, he did ding 6. No TP to go back pot, but they don't care about that wave. They want to make the play, and we'll see what they can find.
Right onto On. The public execution goes through, and it's clean. But now they've got to drop the turret aggro as it's starting to ramp up. On goes back in, but has no reinforcements. Q flash onto 4 members. Can he actually clean up? Eep finds 1, and he's going to skirt on out. Thundertalk to play with on these grubs as they continue the fight here. Beichuan off of the arrow. On absorbs it. Super tanky. Not going to live through this one. The hostile takeover getting some decent value here. It forces a Knight away. Cannot support Way. And I'm not sure if he was able to get the grub. Looks like he was able to smite 1 away, but overall, big win for Thundertalk here. They're going to be able to get the rest of the grubs.
Yeah, I don't like BLG. Like, they go for the play on the Satab. There was quite a bit burned in order to try and pull that one off, and they try and continue it onto the grubs in a play where they really just couldn't afford to make. So Thundertalk not only win the skirmish, but actually win the grubs, and it's going to be important that On is able to kind of catch and stop some of the engage that is likely heading Lilia's way.
Yeah, Thundertalk's way. And credit to them, at least they were able to snag 1. And it's not the 6 grubs. Doomsday has the expect. That's neat.
That's interesting. That turret was low. As Satab not going to be low. He's halting out.
And he's got the reset charge, the flash forward to guarantee it, and he's getting over the reins and represent on international stages as... Hang on. Good flash from Ben, dodging the Glacial Prison. Permafrost is going to stun him for a bit, but... just not enough damage as Beichuan now forced a flash from the turret aggro that was ramping up. Feather is here, but I don't know how much work he can get done on the Renata here. He can maybe find the handshake. Pulls him right back in. Beichuan is back from the grave, and Ben, don't tell me he gets one more auto attack. Yes, he does. Oh my God.
Himself up to make sure that he could get in range, apply the red buff against Ben, and Ben, the Chad that he is, Gigabin, strain up your E and your R if you're playing it correctly. So that did help open up for a bit with the outplay. Meanwhile,
oh man, and the Q3 from Satab trying to flash when combo it, just not enough. Bin outstats him, and yeah, Matt, I think set up for them to be able to take this game away from BLG.
I mean, this is the horror going up against BLG. You got a lane in the Bin and Knight. That Rift Herald is secured, is able to weave in just one auto attack, which enables him to find the kill, and then Hoya, no escape for him, trying to get on the way, and meanwhile.
Back to live. On his comp at the handshake, but that's okay. He's just a Leona. Their Satab was trying to open up the backside there. Hostile takeover is going to open up more for Thundertalk, and Ben is caught up in it. Wait a minute, his life to make sure the rest of BLG are able to escape. In trouble once again. Yeah, he's going to have to go back in. Elk trying to do a decent amount of damage to Beichuan, and Wei has now arrived. They trade 1-for-1 support for jungler. Not bad for BLG's circumstances here. They now have the minion wave and the Rift Herald. They're going to be able to crash it into tier 1. Can they get more off of this?
Yeah, they're gonna save the crash for tier 2 as well. So well played, early day cast. As enough from menacing dragon spawning in 30 seconds. It is a soul available, and oh boy, Hoya.
Big stack from Hoya. Public execution right on the Knight. It has no chance to burn flat.
Knight will have TP when he spawns in 8. So on TT to rip it. 1xN kind of low.
Oh man, Elk, that's shift and cleanse gone, but really good poke damage onto 1xN. Not able to step up safely. Now using the hostile takeover. It guarantees that Thundertalk get the dragon and deny soul. But Han are going to hot hunt for Satab. They find him. The flash for the wall from Knight. He comes back from the grave with vengeance. And he's looking for the resets. Goomba stomping on 1xN and Feather individually picking up big shutdown bounties. And BLG are going to make Thundertalk pay.
Yes, they did not run away fast enough, sadly, as Knight able to join the fight. I love the proactive flash over the wall. He knew that fight was won if he was able to snowball it through. BLG do just that. So Soul denied. Top inner turret, or bot inner turret, I should say, cannot be denied by TT.
Beichuan is here. Whoa. Maybe can protect Hoya as he flashes away from the engage range of BLG.
Nice.
On just going to disengage, but it does open up the map. Then going to secure another turret for BLG in the mid lane.
Yeah, I honestly really like that. Rocket jumped away from that one safely. Thundertalk now. Wei?
Wow, Wei's got to be careful with face chuck in the bush like that. He's got a stasis.
Takeover?
Maybe they could buy some time. Immediately flashing away from the hostile takeover. BLG still have a chance to regroup for some space. Feather got tagged by a swirling seed on his into the back line, and Knight is trying to follow up as best as he can. Satab, fate sealed onto 2 members, immediately blinks back, but Wei was waiting for the Soul Unbound to pop so that he could pick up a Yone on the back end. On goes down, but it's still an advantageous trade since BLG only loses support, whereas Thundertalk, they lose the Yone.
Yeah, BLG, they fixed the wave. They're going to turn their sights onto the Hextech Soul. Beichuan was forced to base, so no spine available here for TT.
It's going to burn down super quickly. Wei still has Smite available. It is secured. Hextech Soul on top of it as well. And Hoya is just in no man's land. No chance. And now the rest of Thundertalk could be in trouble. Beichuan doesn't have ulti available. He has the front line to stand and deliver so that 1xN can get as much work as he done. But Lilting Lullaby and the Buster shot from Knight as he rocks on forward. Goomba stomping once again.
Really like that. Opportunity to one-shot Wei. That doesn't happen. Satab does his damage lane for the rest of the game. Like, these are not plays that we can make as Thundertalk and Hoya to actually snowball the game forward, but it's plays being taken. It's what's happening on the map. And speaking of Hoya, he's looking to angle for public execution here.
Glacial Prison here. Knight able to buffer it. Satab with the fate sealed into the back line. Hustle takeover. Layer right on top of Elk. Okay, that's one marksman gone, but now you got to deal with the other one, and it's Knight who now has an angle looking to reset once again. Finds Feather, finds 1xN, and it's just Satab left since Hoya's on the wrong side of the tracks here. Triple kill picked up for the mid laner of BLG. Hoya got a flash over the wall. The rest of BLG gonna try to track him down while Ben and Knight are going to look to lay ruin to the base.
I mean, Bin TP'd in, absolutely laid the hammer down against 1xN, who fell at the hands of Bin's Jace. As we teased early on, Knight and Bin, these gargantuan solo laners, world-class, top of their role, best players in the world of the role at times. They really outclassed TT today as they're putting the finishing touches on this series.
If there's any doubts remaining from Split 1, they have been quickly dashed by BLG. A quick 2-0 sweep will put an end to any other concerns in this particular matchup between BLG and Thundertalk. And as Bilibili Gaming, they're going to walk away with a few extra kills as they are patting down the KDA stats and take the sweep.
And I mean,